took a walk through this beautiful world. Felt the cool rain on my shoulder. Found something good in this beautiful world. I felt the rain getting colder.
Los Angeles. Maybe the most filmed, most televised, most looked at place on Earth. It's the landscape of our collective dreams. But what if we look at LA from the point of view of the largely unphotographed? The 47% of Angelenos who don't show up so much on idiot sitcoms and superhero films. The people doing much, if not most, of the hard work of getting things done in this town. One in 10 Angelenos are undocumented. 1 in 10. Think about that number for a while. That's who's here now. Contemplate, if you will, what would happen if anywhere near 10% of the workforce were no longer here, particularly since they're rather overrepresented in those fields that most of us are in no hurry to enter. Los Angeles, like much of California, used to be part of Mexico. Now, Mexico, or a whole lot of Mexicans, are a vital part of us. Raul Hinojosa Ojeda is a professor of Chicano studies at UCLA. Gishback on Washington Boulevard serves specialties from the city of Tlacolula de Matamoros in Oaxaca, Mexico.
So, bro, you know about Tlacolula, right? I mean, this is
the market, isn't it?
Tlacolula is this village, okay, in the middle of a valley. The oldest valley where agriculture was invented in the world. These people who live here lived there for about 10,000 years. So there's archaeological evidence of the seeds actually being manipulated
all the way back
then. And that's where the core of the moles that we're going to eat tonight are from.
Mole negro, or black mole, is an incredibly old and sophisticated, near-magical substance containing over 30 different ingredients. It's an old sauce from an old culture, used as either a base to build a stew or as a sauce to be poured over meat. But unlike most sauces, the point of mole is the mole itself. The flavor is unique, roasted, sweet, bitter, and spicy, all at the same time, and deep, very, very deep. Maria Ramos is the owner and chef, the third generation of a family of barbacoa specialists. Barbacoa being the barbecuing of lamb and goat until it's falling apart perfect. She started out cooking at age 10 at the Sunday market in Tlacolula. This family goes back a number of generations to that area, yes?
Exactly. And they got here because they were migrant workers in the fields of LA. And that's where they started working in the restaurant.
This show will air long after the election. There is actually a national conversation now, unthinkable in my lifetime, where the notion of rounding up however many millions of undocumented workers in this country all at once or in short order, and then kicking them all out. I mean, it seems unthinkable. But I mean, you know, they said that in Europe in the 30s.
Right, right. No, I think just from a military logistical point of view, there's no way you're going to move the people out of California and out of Los Angeles. I mean, they tried that in 1954 Operation Wetback, mostly from the fields, moving 1 million people out, right?
And they did.
Yes.
And what happened?
Well, first of all, a huge amount of U.S. citizens were picked up one day and never came home, and families were torn apart. And then the most ironic thing about it, and the most tragic thing, is that in the next couple of years they said, oh, you know what, we have to open the borders again to bring them all back, right? Mm-hmm. The problem was we never stopped wanting the workers. California is the #1 agricultural state, and approximately about 70% of the labor force is undocumented.
Stuff would rot in the fields, just to start with.
Right.
Because
#1, who would grow it and bring it here?
Picking it, packing it, to a great extent processing it, cooking it,
serving it, cleaning up after you. I mean, there would not only be no restaurant business, there would be the worst economic crisis in the history of California and the United States.